Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. As we begin this new decade, 2020, I certainly wish for every one of you that whatever your encounters and experiences will be, that all positive energy is going to flow and precede you in those encounters and experiences. So, I wanted to share with you as we begin 2020. A lot of people do resolutions and so forth. I actually do contracts to myself every day, actually. But I'll talk about that in a little while. But for many years, I've been on this journey, and a journey into my thoughts, into my responses to certain experiences. And since I have the opportunity, truly a blessing, to work with so many diverse people. I'm talking about people who are, who don't look like me, of different gender, of course, people who are from different religious backgrounds, on and on. I have been so blessed to be able to experience the beautiful diversity of clients that I've worked with, and I try to learn from my experience with everyone I encounter, quite frankly. But one of the things that being that I focus on my thoughts and focus on how to get to that next level, like how to level up, right? I think most of us are always thinking about how do we level up to the next level of success. And when I talk about success, I'm not talking strictly dollars and cents. I am talking success of what that means to you in that given moment. And the one thing I think that we can probably all agree on as far as success is concerned is that it means that we are experiencing a level of satisfaction in that moment, right? So if it's, to get into college, if it's to get to higher education, if it's to get a new job, if it's, whatever, on and on and on. That's what I define as leveling up. How do we get there? And I've had the unique experience over the years of being able to just watch different people and their motivation levels, and including myself. And with anything else, I think one of the things that is most important is that as you're journeying through life, right, that you are learning as you go along from the people that you will encounter. Perhaps it's stuff that, well, you don't want to do that, right? Or, I don't want to behave that way. Or perhaps this experience was a teaching one for me, but I would rather not be here again. Whatever it may be, right? It's all good, so long as you're learning from the experiences and the people that you're encountering, and hopefully they're learning something from you as well. But in any event, one of the things that I truly believe in, and since it's the beginning of the year, I figured I'd share this, is that having contracts with yourself on a daily basis, right? What does that mean? Well, I am a business lawyer, so I am always involved with some type of negotiation and dealing with contracts and what have you. And one of the things that certainly, that is taken into consideration is how are people going to react and behave and do what they're supposed to do. Now, bring that to yourselves. And I bring it to myself every morning. I get up, I try to center my mind, and I recommend that, by the way, for everyone. Try to center your thoughts. You could, read a book or some positive writings, or I like listening at times to R.C. Blake Jr. If you're not familiar with him, you may want to look him up. And I'll keep introducing some other ones some other speakers that I found on the internet that I find they're very inspiring. And, of course, there's so much out there, but again, what will actually resonate with you is the personality and the delivery of it, right? So anyway, so I share that with you. That's an important thing, I think. But with respect to making a contract with myself each and every day, my thing is, okay, what do I need to get done today, right? Because a lot of times we want to get a bunch of stuff done. We know we ought to get it done, but sometimes we don't have the self-motivation to do it. Sometimes, there are a lot of other things that's going on around us that is causing us to be distracted, and so we just don't get to it. But I think it's important that you have your minimal list, hopefully, and that you go through each one and you try to accomplish at least one or two of those things, if not all of them, in that day that you are supposed to do it, rather than saying, okay, I have a few more hours, or this is not going to happen until whatever, so I have another week or whatever to take care of this. that is one of the things, although it's not done that way specifically, but it is done, I think, mentally with a lot of those successful people that I have interacted with, where you see a person come along with a thought in their mind of a business venture that they are beginning to engage in, or that they're thinking about engaging in, and you notice how they stick with it no matter what, no matter who's saying what, no matter how you take negative criticisms at times. People, those folks have been able to ignore or those criticisms, to minimize or neutralize them. And that's important, because people are going to say what they're going to say, right? We don't control that. All we control is how we respond to whatever it is that's going on around us. And that's super, super important. And so I hope that, this is helpful to you. Again, making a contract with yourself, it's just like making a resolution, right? But again, perhaps on a daily basis, this is what I need to do, and this is what I'm going to get done, and I'm going to stick to it no matter what's going on or what happens. I'm going to make sure I get X, Y, and Z done, and I'm going to continue doing this, that, and the other each day thereafter. This way, you're moving forward. And I will say to you, what I have found is that even if you start on a project, or you start on, an idea, and you don't fully understand exactly where that idea is going to go next, although you have an idea of where you want it to go, right? But you don't know exactly where the next step may be. Sometimes people will get discouraged. But what I will say to you is that just keep going, because I promise you, you keep working at something, the secrets of that something and what you need to do will reveal themselves, or the people will, who needs to help you along the way will appear. But the one thing I will say is that we all have to make sure that we're doing for ourselves. There's no one that's going to do for us except ourselves, okay? And I don't mean that your family and your friends and those who love you and care about you are not going to help you, but you're the only one that can self-motivate yourself. So I hope this is helpful to someone out there. Certainly, we will continue on with our little discussions. Hopefully, you will find what I have to say to you will bring some value to your thoughts in your life. All right. So again, happy 2020 to you, and I look forward to talking with you all again soon. Thanks.